Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fantasy Take TV podcast for the Round 18 review and a look ahead to Round 19 and beyond. George, it's been a big, I don't know how much footy you watched. I watched the first 4 games. I was just telling you before, and I didn't watch any game after that, but there's been some complete carnage. So we'll talk about that off the top. Bit of injury news and suspension stuff, and even blokes who aren't SuperCoach relevant. I've seen there's been heaps of suspensions. So obviously, one's a big player in SuperCoach, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the replacements, of course, some captains to next week, and then we just got some questions from the Discord, George, at this point of the year. I know we say every week, especially the last few, we'll have a shorter pod this week, and we still find a way to talk for 40 minutes, so we'll see how we go, but big week for you, mate. How'd you go? A couple of random big scores. Joshy Dacos Friday night. What the hell was that? Did they confirm that's the biggest quarter ever or not? Or you got something to go?
I actually think I was watching the scores because I have Josh Dacos, and he was on 70. I think it was 71 at three-quarter time.
Yeah.
So I think they said he got like 130 to 136 in the last quarter, which doesn't add up. So I think it was since I think old mate Diamond in Discord was saying since 2007 they have had the 3,300 total rule. Before then, and a lot of the scores above Josh Dacos' quarter were before that rule. So who really knows? But the score's just going up and up and up. Touch the ball, 10 points. Yeah, so it's crazy stuff. But yeah, we've been struggling on the podcast. We talked about nothing relevant to the round last time we did a pod, and now we've been given 4 or 5 injuries and suspensions. So here we go. But yeah, this week was good for me. I don't know how I'm going up because I don't think my teams are that good. I'm not saying that to brag, but I generally thought I was going to fall from here without Sinclair and Whitfield and all these guys, and Gorn, and they've all just regressed. So it means that I've gone up a bit, but 2,598.
Weekly wasn't far off that. It's like 2,800 or something.
So yeah, doing all right. So rank 181. I do think I'm due for a bad week at some point because everything just keeps going
180.
away. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know how, dude.
You were saying I was 1K, whatever.
When you get a random pod 200, that's what happens. So
yeah, true.
Did cop the Nick Martin injury. So I think my next worst was a 50 from Sherry. So it would have been nice to have that drop off. So Nick Martin and Rosie as well. So I got done with those two, but Martin's not that highly owned. Rosie is. Sherry's owned by just about everyone, 96%, something like that. But my trades I was pretty much set on these trades. I had Cordwell last week as well. So it's hit the fan with the trade count. It's feeling good with 4. Now I'm feeling nervous, but Whitfield in for Cordwell. So happy with that. And this week, got to make a decision with Sherry with 2 left.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. We'll see how we go. But MVP this week, can't not go to Josh Dacos. Couldn't believe it. Like the most random thing ever. But he looked good in the midfield. I think he has to play mid. Maybe not fully, but how can you not give him time in there? Had 16 touches. I think he had 4 shots on goal as well. Kicked 2 last quarter. Fault of the week. You can't give it. Ryan Mansell pushing bloody. It wasn't much, but he pushed Nick Martin over the.
I was going to say
AstroTurf, and they went his ACL. I think it was I think he might have done it as he got pushed, not as he hit the ground. Because that's when his knee sort of buckled or whatever. So give it to Ryan Mansell for hurting the ACL of Nick Martin, but I don't think there was much in it. So how did you go this week?
Is there no one else in your team that actually just scored terribly, or is that besides Nick Martin, I guess? So that's
I don't know. I was gonna say,
can't give it to him, obviously.
I'll give it to Sherry. I know we all have him, but all Australian on the line and Gorn. That's why you can't doubt the greats. You just can't. Every time you doubt Gorn, it just backfires so badly. As bad as it possibly can backfire, and it happened again. Rough matchup with Gorn. He destroyed Sherry, so I'll give it to Sherry.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got plenty to give it to, so I'll find someone else. But yeah, he was. I mean, he had the head knock last week, right? So who knows if that
Yeah.
type of thing. Who knows? But what did I score? 2,350. So at my rank, that was still a drop. So it was one of those big weeks. I still 4K down to 4.5K. And we're pretty much cooked, George. I mean, we're already cooked. My team was cooked a month ago. Too many trades been spent, and then spent the last couple to get Bont in and Mills in and sitting on one trade, see how far it could get me, and it wasn't very far. 2 weeks later, and now I need 3. So yeah, obviously Cherry I won't be able to trade. Nick Martin's got to go with the ACL, and then we've just seen Horn Francis's buddy possibly gone for the year as well. So
Got a whole lot of them.
got a whole lot of them. Rosie, I mean, obviously that if it's 1 week or whatever, but as far as this week, I've got to give Dunks. I thought he's got to be the MVP maybe for my team. 150. He's actually sort of been good the last 3 to 4 weeks, or 3 weeks maybe. But he's still throwing 70s in there. But every second week he's pulling out a really good score. Obviously there's Eddie Richards, another 139. I don't know. I had Butters as captain for 150. So they're all my good performers, and then my team's littered with bad ones. Home 72, playing a full game. Did anything happen there or just bad game? I didn't really pay
Which
too
player
much
was that,
attention. Max Holmes, I don't know, didn't play that well. Him and Baz butchered it a bit.
Yeah, he just had one of his games where he just goes missing.
Yeah. So wrong, but there's worse than him this week. He's 95. You take that with him these days.
Marks, yeah.
Cherry, as you mentioned, but Conning as well. That's just been if you've got off that pick, at his bye or whatever. He came back and had a good game or two, I think, or one game actually against West Coast. It's been horrible since a month of sub 85. So that's terrible. I know Rowan had that stinker, but obviously the points you've gained from that, if you got Rowan, especially that week he went nuclear. It's got to be at least a couple hundred, doesn't it? I wouldn't have done the math, but it must be a lot of points. Who else, man? TDK Mills 50. I don't know. Didn't really watch the game or didn't at all, but that's been pretty bad. Chera on my bench with the emergency didn't even take his score. Got a lot of useless pricks in my team and no trade. Deal with all the injured and suspended ones. So that's me done, mate. That's I think for the rest of the year, I don't think we need to mention my team for longer than 20 seconds, because we're well and truly cooked. But to the news, George. So what's this Horn Francis thing that's just popped up out of nowhere? Because he actually scored a 130. So apparently some fractured foot or something during the second quarter, and he's played the game out. And didn't he play better in the second half as well? But
he was on one in the first quarter, and it looked like he wasn't going that well. And then he went nuts, kicked 2 sealers at the end, got a lot of points for that. And I don't know if you saw him and Harley Reid were just mouthing off nonstop.
Did see that clip, yeah.
That was good.
Yep.
So they're saying foot probably done for the season.
So even if it's best case, I mean, they have no reason to play. He's had a few injuries lately too. They don't really have a reason to play him. I can't imagine he.
What did they say?
Coming back, even if it's
foot fracture, I think.
Yeah,
Josh Money from.
You're not playing next week or the week after.
Yeah,
you're not. You're out for
Yeah.
So it could be usually a month, but there'll be 2 games left. 3. What's the point? Can't.
I think if I had to pinpoint the most disastrous thing all year that's happened, it's holding Horn Francis, because you cop the 3 or 4 weeks off, then he gets injured, plays bad, plays more forward, CBAs evaporate, finally comes good, and now he's out for the season. So it's just been like a triple blow you had to cop. So that's a trade if you can. Connor Rosie. So there's mixed reports here. The Vic media is saying he's a test for this week, whereas I watched 7 News Adelaide tonight, and they're saying he will miss this week. So we'll see what the injury report says, but it's a fracture in the hand. So it sounds like it's not too serious. So for those that can cover him with a McCarthy or whoever you got at D7, I'd definitely be doing that. McCarthy was getting CBAs as well. It was on Butters for a bit, so I don't know what they're doing there, but
Oh, really?
that's that. So definitely a hold. Like if you're trading Rosie, you're going really, really well. Took Miller, bit of a pod, 3 to 4 with a hammy. I dare say it actually might be a hold if you have him. If you are like scared of going, scared you're going to cop donuts at the end of the year, at least you get him back for maybe 3 or 2 weeks. Sherry has been suspended for 3 weeks. I hate to get caught up in tribunal stuff because I've got all that stuff muted on X. I did watch the replay though. I think he might have a case, but with tribunal stuff, I don't really know what I'm talking about because if you look at the vision, I don't know if it counts for much. Simpkin pushed. Who got KO'd again?
Sparrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pushed Sparrow into him, and like Sherry, I think he went for a tackle and just left his arm out, and then
Just be
I don't know if
clumsy.
you saw the
Yeah.
incident.
Who
So there
cares,
might
George?
be-
Let's just find out in 2 days.
Yeah, there's no point. So
Essentially.
hopefully they appeal because just hopefully they appeal and get Sherry and help him try and get all
I feel like they
Australian.
have to. Like North can't peter out the rest of the year.
Grundy has, I think it's CCJ or Teakle. Yeah. Anyway, on top of like the Geelong and West Coast Essendon fixture he has after that, and Nick Martin done his ACL, so that's pretty devastating. Bombers, they just can't. You think it can't get any worse, and like the worst possible thing that could happen was a Merritt or a Martin ACL, and it's actually happened. So I just can't believe it. Setterfield and Hobbs as well. So
And lose the game. Like that's just
it's enrichment. Yeah,
it's bad.
I'll get the draft picks recoup over the preseason for them. So that's pretty big injury news. Usually there's we throw in a bunch of irrelevant stuff in there, but there's pretty major and all sort of talking points this year.
Sum it up quickly. I mean, obviously Martin's a trade no matter what. If for me, right, one trade I've got to use it on him.
Yeah.
Over any of these other ones. Rosie, I mean, like you said, we don't really know. The reporting's a bit weird. So at worst case, it sounds like he misses one or, again, I think people have other priority trade outs than him. So he's probably a hold.
Yeah.
Horn Francis, again, if you have another trade, I say I'll call it now. He's probably not playing again. This fracturing your foot. Even if he's back with a couple of weeks, I can't see the reason to play him if they're not making finals. Tuke as well, 3 to 4. There's, if you got a trade to trade him, he'd be the same. And then Cherry, like you said, we just got to wait and see what happens with that. I'm assuming not many people only have Cherry. They'll have someone else of those lot there. So I'd rather spend the trade on that, even if he gets suspended for a couple of weeks. But I guess how it works, it's 3 or none, isn't it? Really, how the stupid system works. So
you can't argue down to 2 anymore, can you?
So if it is 3, I guess then you may as well trade 2. But let's see what happens. So I know you have Ruck replacements here, George, but should we maybe have the harder question is who we're trading Nick Martin to in the forward line? Especially now you're probably trading to Horn Francis, and that's not an option. So,
well, I think we'll combine Martin and Horn Francis together, and we'll get to Sherry.
Yeah. Or you can knock the Ruck ones off quickly because I think that's fairly. You think it's hard choice or
in the forward line or the Ruck?
No, for the Rucks for Cherry.
Oh, sorry, I've got 3 names there. Oh, okay, we'll start with Sherry.
Just
we all have Sherry.
Yeah.
I'm considering holding and copping a 0 for 3 weeks.
Yep.
Because I feel 22. Oh, Rosie's down 2. Shit. How many am I fielding? McCarthy's my 24th, so that means I go 21 plus McCarthy for 3 weeks if he doesn't get off.
I think we just talk. What's the replacement? Because everyone's different. How many trades? We cannot cover all possible bases. Say this person's decision is they're trading Cherry if he's out, for instance. Who do you like? Grundy's 730k, George. I just don't think anyone. If you somehow had 150 in your bank or whatever you need for that, go for your life. I just don't think anyone probably is carrying that. So
I think people are finding a way, whether it's getting rid of a Clark or a Carroll on the bench. Depending on if you've avoided everything and you can go from how many trades do you go down to? I think if I would go down to 2 to get Grundy because it's captain scores and you're getting Mickey Mouse matchups. So Grundy for me is one preference if you
Yeah,
can.
easily. If you can do it easily.
Unrealistic for most
Easily.
people. I think
Yes.
he's about 10. I checked last night. It was about 9% owned. I was going to check now. Please load quick. Need some elevator music here. 12%. So he's gone up 6%. So people are finding a way. It's not a lot. So I don't be too scared if you don't have him. Maybe if you're at the top end, you're fighting for top 10. I think that's when you worry. Anything else, I think most people can't get there. So second option, it's the same price as Max Gawn. Do you just not overthink it and grab Gawn, who's got a pretty nice run as well? He's had a few bad ones. They're out the way now.
Yes, I think it's easy. Yep.
You got Rowan Marshall. So you got probably Pitney is probably not the easiest matchup just because of how physical he is. Around the ground, I think Gawn probably take him to the cleaners though. You got Rowan Marshall. By the way, Rowan Marshall, have you realized he's duo rucking? CBA's dropped to 70% instead of the 90 that he usually gets.
No.
So Max Heath is playing.
Oh, yeah, he did play. Yeah, he did come in this week. Yeah.
I think the reason is maybe they're just experimenting for next year or whatever. But
what it looks like with TDK.
Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, it's Rowan Marshall, it's Flynn, it's English, it's Meek and Darcy Cameron. So certainly the next three.
Who's this for?
Gawn.
Gawn's for matchups. Yeah. It's Gawn anyway.
Yeah. If you, for whatever reason, you have Gawn and you don't have Sherry or whatever, you have Gawn and
got rid of TDK a month ago as well.
I think the next best, I had a look at fixtures. I think it's old mate Tim English, whose form's actually been okay. Where is he?
English is 570 as well, similar 580. I'm surprised. I mean, it's Grundy if you can. It's Gawn for me if you can't. If you already have Gawn, it's probably Rowan. I think for me, I don't know. This maybe that CBA thing you're saying, but
no, don't
English,
go Rowan.
You're saying don't go Rowan. Okay, well, I'm surprised you're saying English. I thought you would have your band Lloyd Meek here. What's his run like? Because he's been.
I don't think it's very good. I was having a look. It's okay. It's Jordan Sweet this week. That's easy. Then it's probably Pitney and TDK. Then it's Rob. Then it's Darcy Cameron. Then it's Sherry. Not Sherry. Then it's
Gawn. Then
Big
O hasn't been great. Since he's early back from injury, but yeah. Okay, so you're saying that you'd go. Say you had a free choice you'd go English over Rowan just because of this 1 week.
Well, Rowan's score was saved by a bullshit goal. You got a 50-meter penalty, kicked a goal at the end, got like 25 points for it. So looking at like a 70 score. Okay. Well, I don't like the duo ruck. I'm taking the better role. I think it's English for me. And there's, me, I don't like English much, but I think he's been all right this year. Still scores around the ground, and they got a nice run. It's all about fixtures at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think Gawn English, Grundy, Gawn English in that order for me. Do you have any other thoughts?
Yeah, I guess, that really just does depend whether you have Gawn or not. It might get a bit weird here because, there is Wits too, but
I think that maybe I'm overthinking, but Meek or Wits could be rested because they've been rested this year.
Yeah, so could Gawn, and it's like, I don't know.
No, I think Gawn will be stubborn. He wants to play.
Yeah.
The others got finals.
Gawn, funnily enough, we're back at if the ideal duo would be to have Gawn and Grundy for the run home.
It is, again. Yeah.
Is Grundy 730K in 2025 is crazy. I thought he was pretty done. But
is there any world that someone holds Sherry if you have him?
Your trades would have to be like at 1 or 2 probably, and then you
That's
can
the
consider
thing. I'm on 2 trades. Am I holding or trading? I think I'm trading to Gawn
to go to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's just ride the luck train, eh? Like that's all it is. Sometimes you
I have to look at how many points I'm giving up. What's Sherry's last 3? Of course, he misses Geelong matchup and St Kilda.
Look, we might have been all for nothing. He might get off, so
Yeah,
fingers crossed for
whinging.
those that he does.
I
Actually,
think we can leave.
yeah, we talked about that for longer than I thought. I thought the forwards would be much harder because I'm looking at that going, like, this is where I have to use my trade, and it's not really important because I'm not going to do anything this year. But I'm like, who the hell do I even get? Like, problem is I can only afford like 20K more than his price, than Nick Martin's price. So that makes it hard to begin with. But let's say you did have sort of, as much cash as you could. Like, who are you getting?
I don't think there's any world you get Luke Jackson when he's duo rucking for 600K.
Not for 600, no.
So I've
McRae, because you've still held McRae. So he's looked like the better hold than Horn Francis now, which I didn't think that was the case. First game back.
He's been good, McRae. Horn Francis should have been probably pushing F2, F3, but McRae's been, we've had Rankin and Warner and stuff been a bit frustrating, but McRae's been the one where he's like a tier above those guys. I would get to McRae if you can.
Yep.
Which is rough because the fact that he got injured so early means he dropped 60K, so it's not a straight swap unless you've got like 40K in the bank.
Yep. Yeah, it's annoying. Can't get there.
So I think McRae will be my first preference. Saints run's not bad either.
You'd have him above Brian Myers, I'd assume, just safer.
I hate to say it, but Myers is currently sitting in my forward line.
It was George.
It was Horn Francis. I looked at the run.
Geelong's run's ridiculous.
I can't stand players with bad roll. I liked Dylan more last year because CBAs were actually all right when I got him in. Then they dropped again, but he scored fine. But I don't know. Every time I trade in someone with a bad role, it's just never worked. But I think we're in a situation where we have no choice.
There's worse roles. He pushes so high. He gets involved every.
Can you speak? I don't really take much notice of Myers. Like, can you speak about him at all?
Oh, look, I'm not going to sound like an expert, but like, they clearly want the ball in his hands as much as they can. Like,
yeah,
I know he doesn't get 25, 30 every week, but he does really only need 20, or something touches to get SuperCoach points, right? Like, look at his ratio this week. All his possessions are middle of the ground, link in the chain, inside 50, score assist, goal, like whatever. They're high scoring possessions for the game of SuperCoach. So I think like that. To me, you wouldn't want him in a normal given run, and he obviously isn't going to average 110. But like in their run home, the fact they're playing such a weak fixture of teams, like Saints, look, they did a decent performance yesterday. North, we know what North are at this point. There's points to be had there. Port, they might have truly thrown the towel in, and they weren't any good yesterday against the Eagles. Essendon, the entire list is injured, and it's the third last game of the year at that point. Swans, probably the best team in that whole lot, and it's the second last game of the year. And again, they might not be like Geelong will be pushing for top two, right? And it might go down to the wire with Geelong, Brisbane, right on their hammer. Pies, see what happens with them. They got to, got to still win a few more games to secure it. Like Geelong will be pushing every week, probably to win out from here to get top two. It might need that. I don't know. And then they have Richmond last round. Didn't even need to mention that, but
yeah,
that's what you want for a guy playing his specific role, right? There's going to be more ball to be had in the front half, and I don't know.
Fixture, yeah.
It's a nice punt. I know it's not like a smash hit inside mid, 70% CBA guy, but who like if you don't have McRae, sure, you could probably argue he'll be more consistent. But if I'm going for it, that's just how I play these days. I'd go for Myers all day. I wanted him a few weeks ago, but he sort of already got to the point of when he was 500K, and then I think he threw in a stinker a couple of weeks ago, 60 against Brisbane. So
yeah.
But look at all those other scores he's had against the shit teams. Port 115, 126 against West Coast, ton against Essendon, 130 against Richmond. Obviously, a good score this week against GWS, who won a shit team. But I don't know. It's probably too narrow thinking to just say they'll play shit teams, he'll score well. He might. He's no guarantee, obviously, in that role. But who else is there, George? As I'm saying, if you go down from that price, who do you even like other than him?
So there's Phil Thorpe and Darcy.
Okay, see, that's my point. Like, Sam Darcy's been a great own for like 1 week, and the rest has just been like now he's just
I've
gets
watched him. He gets to so many contests. They kick to him so often, and it just gets spoiled or he gets tunneled. It's been happening so much.
3 on him. 3 on him. Now look at Norton starting to take flight because he's got just getting the 1 out matchup.
Yeah.
Like that's how you guys played him on the weekend, and I was like, so look, Sammy's still a gun, but I would rather own Myers than Sammy from here. I'm not gonna lie to you straight up. If I had the chance to make the switch, I would do it. But obviously can't.
Yeah. So Thilthorpe has 4 of the next 6 at Adelaide Oval, and the 2 he doesn't have at Adelaide Oval are West Coast and North. Does that not get you thinking?
Oh, that gets you thinking, doesn't it, George? You want to pick the old thrill.
He's played so good this year.
No,
I think
he's unreal.
I think Sam Darcy's taken attention away from him because Darcy's been
Adelaide,
unreal,
Adelaide player. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, that could be fun. That could be fun.
Would you go Thilthorpe over Darcy?
Yeah, probably. Now that you said that, I didn't know that was their run home, and it's
Darcy has Essendon and
they're both
West
so
Coast.
similar, hey. But I think Thilthorpe's just, I don't know. I don't really have anything to say on that. They both play a bit of ruck too, don't they? Like they were playing in the ruck against each other. Yeah. The West Coast one would be a nice matchup in North. That's not too bad. I don't even know the doggies having the run home. It's probably decent as well.
It's
okay. Yeah.
It's like 3 bottom teams, 3 top 8 teams. Brisbane Giants, 3 over the better ones.
Same sort of thing, but the good teams are at home. They'll have some big wins in there too. I don't know, George. I'd go Myers over both, put it that way.
Yeah.
If it was Thilthorpe or Darcy, that's tough.
You got Chad Warner as well, 460k. He's got North this week. Also has Essendon and West Coast on the run home. So, like, we have options here.
Sounds nice, but look, even though Chad probably makes sense for me, I'm probably thinking joining the Thilthorpe train. I have Thilthorpe and Sammy Darcy on my forward line on the run home. Not that it matters for me, so it's much easier to make that type of decision. But I don't know, dude. Chad, I just couldn't do it.
So you think Myers averages everyone on that list, bar maybe McRae?
Yeah, not McRae. Maybe not McRae. I'd take the chance on him if you had that enough to get up to him.
Yeah, it's hard to split Darcy and Thilthorpe. I think they both probably do 90 plus.
You probably said a month ago you'll never get a key forward in your team, and here you are.
I mean, it's
that time of year.
Now, so I guess it's just pick who you like, honestly. But I think we have McRae 1, Myers 2, and then just who you like the most. It's hard to tell. It's 6 games. It's hard to tell who's going to average the most.
Chad Warner hasn't turned since round 10, George.
Oh, really? His roll's actually good. It's like 50-60% CBA. So
a lot of 90s in there. So it's like one of those Sarong type runs where he just 95 at 95. Look, there is Caleb Daniel there too, George. Like I should probably get him back. That's like I think just an easy one. Probably averages 100, but like I'm not doing that either. So
no, fuck that. I don't want him. He is actually all right this week. The week before he was awful.
Then we should mention just 2 of the GOATest cash cows that you traded one out early, and the other one plays for your team, and we never fucking looked. I looked his way in January, and then he's just out of my team. Dan Curtin's 450k, George.
Curtin and Max Hall.
And Max Hall is 400. They're both just like, what the hell's going on? They're both leading the 3-round averages for forwards.
Mate, if Curtin, with no disrespect to Levi or Murphy Reed or whoever else, Archie Roberts, mate, the impact Curtin is having
is big call anymore. Seriously, he's just killing it every week. It seems like he's just beating his direct opponent, front half and back half. Like he's so big as well. Like he's under. Like, you don't realize how tall he's key forward height, and he moves like a smaller player. Like he's just skillful. Everything. Yep. Nah. Crow's got a good one there for sure. But obviously not trading him in for 450k. But anyway, that's just another one that got away.
There's one more option. Yeah. That's for those that have Horn Francis and no money. So this was
Yep.
raised in Discord. Bailey Humphrey, when Took went down, his CBAs for the match, 80%.
Hey, that I might even go that route, even though it's for 3 to 4 weeks, I guess.
So I
Took
think
will
it's
be
one to
back.
watch for team sheets. Like I don't know, like if Will Graham's going in there or whatnot, but with 3 to 4 weeks out for Took Miller, maybe Bailey Humphrey gets a bit more time in there. Well, he
feel like
did 80% on the weekend.
I
So
feel
I
like
think that's
that's
one for people that, yeah, if you don't have money, I think he's the one. Shea Bolton's 390K. I floated like, someone was asking, I have no money. Should I go Humphrey? I suggested Shea Bolton and I got bombarded with like over my dead
shut the
body
hell
will I
up.
trade
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy
yeah,
in.
yeah. Yeah, which is
So
fair.
maybe not.
I'd say the same. Yeah, I'd go Humphrey. Surely take that punt on him playing bulk mid for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
They won't rush Took. Like Took is older than people think as well, and I guess it depends how they go. If they, he's nearing 32, they might take it easy with him, rest him, make sure he's right for finals, provided they get there. But yeah, I'd take the punt on Humphrey. Why not? If that's the case, obviously, yeah, team sheets, like you said.
Yeah, he's been amazing this year, Humphrey. A few
Yeah.
down games because of the role sometimes, but a bit more mid-clock. Didn't score that well, though. Tough game against the Pies.
Wouldn't worry
His
about
name,
that.
Bailey Humphrey.
85
It was
or
like
something.
80 something this week.
Yeah. No, I like that one. I'll have a look at that one myself.
Post buy 131, 93, 88, 86. Not bad.
Yep.
He's capable of like a 30 and a 40, but can go 130 plus. So maybe one to
McRae, if you can, if you got the 40, 50K to get McRae, if you already have McRae, we say Myers. If you don't,
I don't have the greatest read on Myers, but I look at the numbers. I look at the fixture. I'm like, well, surely he can do 100 plus from here.
yeah, I think he can.
It's been 110 since he got concussed in round 8 or 9.
Yep.
That doesn't mean he's going to give you 110 though. Like if he gives me 70 for the next 3 weeks, I would not be surprised in the slightest.
I probably would. There's some really good matchups. But
The
like
disposal
90s.
numbers are good. Like they're all mid-20s. So it's pretty good.
Yep. And then it ran the same price, so your 450, 60, 470 range. That's probably the hardest one because Thilthorpe, Darcy.
Thilthorpe or Sammy.
Yeah.
We're biased against not having Daniel for just, I don't know, just being stubborn. It should, in theory, be Daniel. But it looks like they're just not going to drop him. I thought they would at some point, but they're not.
Would you have Humphrey with that? Like knowing he played mid for the next month ahead of those?
Not really. I don't really trust Humphrey, to be honest.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think he's done 85 this year, and with CBA increase, like probably should do more than 85 based on that.
Yeah.
Who have they got?
Got you playing him this week.
Yeah. Brisbane. He's got Tigers in there. Got Carlton, Tigers back to back. It's nice. Adelaide, Brisbane, Tigers, Carlton, GWS, Port away, Adelaide away. I don't love the fixture.
Okay.
I think it's okay. I would only go there if it's your Horn Francis money problem.
Yep.
That's all we can get to. Otherwise, I'd probably just go Thilthorpe or Darcy.
And then that's it on the forwards. And then we should probably speak. Maybe people have an extra forward somewhere in their team. They don't need one, or they're getting in a flex or something like that. Let's just pretend for some people out there and just talk about across the board. So some defenders or mids that are at decent prices. I mean, Whitfield, if you can get him in 489, if you can afford that from Nick Martin, say he's in your defense or say he's whatever. That's the one that trumps all of the ones we just spoke about, really. Like that's just easy, I would think. So yeah, only 10K more, something like that than Nick Martin. So yeah. If that could work for your team specifically, then we'd go that. And then just a couple other players, George, you had there that are at decent prices for whatever concoction of trades people might be cooking up if they're trading two out this week or something. With those injuries, Ash, so he's at 540.
Yeah, so Ash I think should do his 110 plus at 540. Hewitt and Richards at 550. Like they've shown they can do 115 plus, possibly 120 plus. Libra as well, 550. So there's options there. If you want to go a little bit cheaper, Sarong is 520. His fixtures next few is not too bad. But yeah, Sarong plays well, just isn't scoring as well as we'd like. But 520, it's definitely Whitfield though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then the Sinclair I think Sinclair's 580.
Oh my god!
Sorry, 480. Sorry,
480.
Yeah. He does have Essendon and North and Richmond coming up.
Oh god.
Melbourne, North, Richmond, Essendon. What the hell was that fixture? Got Geelong and Giants as well. So
how did he
I think
get to 480? What the? I didn't realize how bad he was going.
It's just that everything's going through NAS at the moment. NASA's getting thrown around. I think Sinclair will be fine. So I think Whitfield first, then Sinclair if you're sub 500 if you need a flex.
Yep. Cool. Rookie cover, yeah. Randomly, George. I didn't even know. Check my team really. Boxall played for me randomly, 40 points. Great, mate. Probably going to need that this week. And then there's some others playing. So, Cooper, you said, is he on the injury report last week for 2 weeks? So is that actually
Cooper Simpson? Yep.
That's a lot early. Is that a lot earlier than what originally? I thought it was like a couple rounds left, maybe. So can't remember exactly. But anyway, that's good news, I guess. Probably for me because I'll probably need someone in the last few rounds if he manages to get back. And then Campbell Gray, like I said, with Lynch being suspended, few night games for Bolter coming up that he can't play.
So he should play this week, Gray.
I reckon he plays. Yeah. If he's fit, I think he does. So yeah,
can loop him as well with Cooper Simpson if anyone has the Gray Cooper Simpson forward line like me.
Yep. All right, is that about it for the agenda, George? You got some questions from the Discord. I think we answered a couple already, but any others that people wanted to know?
Yeah, some weird ones here. Got to be careful. Who is your favorite player from outside your club?
Oh, interesting. I mean, at the moment this year, it's probably got to be Eddie Richards. Just obviously trade him in, but watch him more, the Dogs more, and just his season, how much he's improved. Sort of first season full time inside mid, or getting bulk mid time, and he's been absolutely on fire. So it wouldn't have been him, and usually over time, I don't know. We could answer that two ways, George. Like this year specifically, or then like one of our favorite players we've ever watched. That I mean, Bond's going to be just easy answer for both of us, but someone more obscure than someone like that. Like for me this year, probably Eddie. Even your man Geordie Clark. He's been good to watch.
Yeah, that was my answer.
I knew I'd get there eventually. But let's go like non-SuperCoach, or like doesn't have to be like just in general in footy in general.
It kind of is SuperCoach. I've always loved Jack McRae.
Yeah,
probably my favorite.
That's probably like your nostalgic one.
Give me 130 every week.
Everyone knows that. Yeah.
This year I like Geordie Clark. I don't know. Yeah, I'm a bit too tied to SuperCoach to be honest.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I obviously didn't really think about it too much, but yeah, I like McRae, I like Geordie Clark.
Nas maybe for me as well. I like him. I like watching him play. Yeah, a few of those.
Yeah. All right, next question. Would you take Whitfield or McRae in flex? But McRae gives you forward cover.
Yeah, so he's like your seventh forward. And you probably have, I wouldn't think too much about that. You probably want who scores you more points, which is obviously Whitfield upside-wise, like he can do. As we know, 115, even 120 in a 6-week period like this. I know the worry may be him coming off a concussion. We know how that's affected him in the past. I'd still shoot for that upside. Like you get the Bombers straight up this week.
Whitfield. Yeah.
Thursday night. Yeah, it's Whitfield. If you want to take any sort of risk.
Yeah. Would you go to 0 trades if it meant you got Grundy and his captain scores?
I mean, knowing me, how I just do that kind of crap these days, I probably would do it. But I feel like, as you said, for someone, if you're like really high up and probably there's a few people around you with Grundy, I'd almost consider doing it to sort of cover that off and just see if you can make. I mean, I haven't looked at top teams and who does and who doesn't have him, but I think it's worth a shot. Like he's 150 average for 5 rounds. Like time in the rucks this year, you could have gone absolutely crazy if you got Gawn and Cherry and early at cheaper prices. Like maybe started TDK. He went good early, flipped into Gawn Cherry for a bit, flipped out of. I mean, it would be hard to flip out at Gawn or Cherry. That's the thing. You probably would have held him this whole time, then you wouldn't have got your Rowan, or you wouldn't have got Grundy in randomly. Maybe if you cashed in Gawn, I guess, when the time was right for Grundy, would have been crazy. But
Grundy was subbed, tactical sub, round 6 or 5.
Actually, that's what I was meant to do early in the pod. Like, what was his average through like 8 weeks? Like, I swear it was just not. Like, it was 95 after round 8, 98 after round. Like, he was averaging under 100 2 months ago. Now he's averaging 120. Like, what is that? That is ridiculous.
It's so hard to get to him. Like, I have no play to get to him unless I just filled Campbell Gray at 6 for the year. Like,
which isn't horrible. Like, I know it seems
could
stupid,
be worse.
But you're already probably going for enough luck, and then you need more luck with giving up your 23rd and not copping some poor scores. Oh, look, probably not. George is the right answer. I wouldn't force.
I wouldn't personally, because I think we've just seen we've lost plus a quarter last week. We've lost like 6 relevant players, highly like decently owned players in a 2-week span. Another 6 to go. Like last year, what do we have? We had like Houston suspended. I think Sheasel. I think he got injured at the end of the year too. Nick Dacos the year before lost to Brownlow because he like one of the most durable players. Dacos goes down. It just, you don't want to be copping zeros because your rank is just going to evaporate. It's still 6 weeks. I wouldn't personally, but if it's all dependent on your risk tolerance.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Jerg. Jerg, can I join? Maybe another day. Probably not this year. Okay. F, marry, kill, Bont, steal, Heaney.
Bont, steal, Heaney. That's such a you question. Bont, steal, Heaney. I mean, Bont's probably going to, like, what are we basing this off? How loaded is the question?
No context required. It's just that's it. That's all you get. That's all we get.
I feel like fuck Isaac. You probably marry Steele. I reckon he'd be a good husband. And then sorry, Bont.
Kill Bont.
Yeah. Well, what? It's not footy related.
Kill Bont.
I'm trying to think from like girls' perspective.
Okay. Well,
I don't think the girls.
Steele's knee's probably no good, so we kill him. No, I take that back.
That's your hardest question.
Yeah. Marry Bont, kill Heaney, and then still can have the other one. I don't want to say it because it'll get clipped. That'll do.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Any actual questions, or is that all you got?
Not really.
That time of year.
That's about it. Time of year. 44 minutes, not bad. I think this was probably the one podcast we sort of had to do. But yeah,
captains,
vice captains.
Yeah, great. I mean, I nailed it this week, I guess. Oh, actually, not quite. Bont went larger. God. Nick Martin, like Essendon's list depleted. They got no mids left, barely any players left. Tom Green or a Whitfield or a something against them on Thursday. Yep, Finn, if you want to. So that's probably all right.
I hate to see what Finn's going to do to them. They have no matchup for him. So if it's a big-bodied mid, it's gone.
God into who? Like Tom Green or Finn? Yeah, I'll probably do Tom Green into, I don't know. Who the Saints? Yeah, geez. No idea. Think about it after that game. I don't know choice anymore.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Could just back Bond in or something. I don't know.
How's Bont against Brisbane at the Gabba? His record is not good the last three. 99, 89, 108. I think I'm going to go Whitfield VC into... I don't like this week for captains. Pretty hard to pick. If you have Grundy and Sherry's out, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who'd Carlton play last week?
Brizzy on Thursday night.
I thought Pitney was pretty competitive, so I don't know. So Gorn plays him probably and Sherry. So I don't know. Gorn maybe VC. Because yeah, West Coast and Richmond play each other, and we've just been captaining players that play against those two. But I guess it's Essendon now.
Yeah.
I've got Whitfield into Butters, who plays Hawthorn at UTAS.
Yep. That's it.
Butters
Right.
last three against Hawks, 135, 127, 105. I don't think they tag.
Yep.
Oh, it's Rowan plays Geelong.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'll just go Whit into Rowan. Even though he's 70%.
Not that you love Rowan, yeah. I'm surprised you'd
He's 70% CBA. I think. What's his history on Geelong? So that this is not like I don't feel confident in this at all. His last three, 121, 146, 127. It's not bad.
That's pretty good.
But he's playing a bit forward, and they might lose by a lot. I think I might. I'll go Whitfield into Butters at the moment. I'll stick with that. What do you got?
Green into Butters, whatever. I'll see what happens on Thursday.
Yeah.
Throw a dart at the board. That's it, George. Anything else before we sign off?
That's it. I think podcast might be a bit difficult next week. I did say we'll do last pod this week, but maybe we'll do more. We'll see. But maybe not next week because I'm away. A week after that, see how we go.
Yep. Maybe we just jump on, answer some questions, and still just talk about the footy. Maybe make it more general, and heading into finals or whatever, and see how we go.
More Mary Kill questions. Go through a big list. Maybe not.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.